Hey everybody, Dr. Yarnex here. This is kind of like episode 0. I'm going to be starting playing the game tomorrow, so if you're like really interested in gameplay and things like that, and you just want to see the game playing, um, I hate to say it, but go ahead and skip this video and start right at episode 1 and be able to watch me play the game. But if you want to like take a pause and see what the game, this EverQuest Legends is all about, if you want to understand how it's working, but you don't want to be distracted by the gameplay, then you've come to the right place. So, um, let's see. Let's go to the right one here. EverQuest Legends. So this is a wiki page that's made by the fans, not particularly. I was sponsored by the original, like the EverQuest team, but it's got a lot of great information here. So in the wiki, you can look up the quests, zones, NPCs, guides, and all this kind of stuff. But what I want to first talk about is the idea of what EverQuest Legends is. And to me, like this is the best website that you can find. So on EverQuestGuys.com/legends, and it's a class combo builder. And so what EverQuest Legends, like the biggest thing behind it is that one character can be 3 separate classes. One race, 3 classes. And you get the benefits of having the abilities, the spells, and the AA, the alternate advancement abilities of that class. And so that's really important for like building. And this was a really nice way because I went through several iterations trying to figure out like what exactly I wanted to make. I was doing like, first I was like Paladin, Shaman, and what was the third one? Like Berserker maybe. And then I went to Warrior because I heard some stuff about them. And then I went through a whole bunch of things. And having thought about it some more, I really wanted to go with Paladin as my first because the character I wanted to make was more of like a tank with self-sustained healing. So I could be like a raid main tank, but also at the same time be able to solo or duo with my friend and not have to worry about other people healing me so much. And so when I first went through here, it was like, if I pick Paladin, Monk comes up as a potential second class. I get a lot of their abilities because Monk, highest melee DPS in the game, lots of avoidance, you get Feign Death, you get a lot of defensive abilities. But I think everyone's going to be Monk, and I feel like while the team at Dark Paw Games said that they would not like strictly nerf classes, I feel like others will get boosts to kind of bring everybody up to the same level. And I played Monk on other these type of servers like the Hero's Journey and even Ascended EQ. I've played Monk and I'm kind of over it. Berserker, like I said earlier, there's like a high DPS, especially of course they're using like 2 hands. Pure DPS, no avoidance. So it's like more of a, I said right here, pure glass cannon. But Shaman's really important because it will give me the ability to go ahead and slow mobs. So it's great for aggro generation. I can like hit a mallow to like lower their magic resistance, but also like their poison and disease resistance, and then follow up right away with a slow to build aggro, but also to help me survive if I'm soloing or duoing with my friend. So I wanted to add Shaman to the build. And once you get 2 of them going in here, then like it really starts pulling a lot of information um, for what to build. And what it pulls from is a couple different things, like classic EverQuest, like the original game that we all played. Hopefully you played it. This is not your first encounter to EverQuest. Otherwise, I'm sorry. I'm not going to give that kind of explanation. You might want other videos for that. But it pulls up like if you had 3 physical characters, like a 3-box combinations. And so it looks at like those and kind of pulls from those where like, these are the Shadow Knight Shaman and Monk, Warrior Cleric and Monk, Shadow Knight Shaman Bard, etc. Of what works. So they're not really using scoring, but it gives you ideas of what kind of to do. And then the Hero's Journey. So there were 161,000 level up events from real players, and that information, is relevant, but it's also not used in scoring. The big thing is like at certain difficulties, like balance difficulty, it kind of looked at different combo scores and how well these combinations, I don't think of the right word here, how they worked in these scenarios. And so it's really pulling from this THJ, like how popular it was and how good it was, but also the EverQuest Legends combo score. So what it's telling me to do is Monk because of the reasons where we're saying like the avoidance is really nice, Berserker for the DPS, and then Necromancer is something I was really thinking about. Um, but I already have dots from Shaman, and I have the slow. I really didn't want another caster class. I wanted like a single caster class, and so something unique about um, EverQuest Legends is that Bard songs are just going to be passive buffs that are always there. So you get 5 buffs that are always going to be there. So it's going to be buffing my AC and damage shield. It's going to be buffing my haste, which I need. It's going to be buffing my damage for Shaman for those dots hitting. It's going to increase my hit point and mana regeneration because Shaman spells are kind of mana intensive. Also with Cannibalize, the Bard's going to negate that. And then what's the fifth one? Like resist and things like that. These are all like really great things for Bard to have. I'm also going to have Silos. I'm going to have probably Fading Memories of some time for like pulling and that kind of stuff. I'm going to have like Lull and stuff. I mean, Paladin gets a little bit of that. But Bard brings a lot of utility that's kind of passive in the background um, that I'm really going to want. Paladin, what Paladin offers is like really quick heals, decent buffs, root, as opposed to like Shadow Knight doesn't get root. I guess Shaman also gets it, but really fast heals, undead, like great against undead. That's going to be like really cool for things like Guck, even portions of the whole, because when we open up in Classic. But if I were to switch Paladin and let's say go to like Warrior or something like that, um, it immediately goes up to like a higher kind of rating, just because Warrior is going to have like more defensive abilities. But what I think it doesn't have, and what I really want, is the self heal. So that's kind of my build there. That's what I'm doing. A friend of mine is going to go Rogue. So rogues are really nice. Rogue gets lots of procs and things like that. I think they're going Rogue, Cleric, and I believe Enchanter. So this gets a pretty solid rating, pretty good. But let me see what would be actually be best. So Rogue Cleric Necromancer, it really likes that. What is it like more so than that? Like another Shaman? Wow, the Shaman is just really great to have as a second second class there. Necromancer, yeah. But let me show you like the top build, those kind of things. So everyone is going to go Shadow Knight, Monk. Where's Monk? And Shaman. Look at the high score, S tier, legendary. Like it's just telling you like this is the epitome of a character. Like it's everything A plus, S tier, S plus. Everything's amazing for that. But I feel like I don't want to just steamroll. I don't want to just roll through stuff. I mean, I don't want to struggle, but at the same time, I want to have some fun. So that's why again I'm going with Bard. Now, at some point, like once I get this character going up, I'll do things like come here and I'll do this in the stream and do like a random roll or something like that. So let's see what I would get. Monk, Magician, Bard, which could be interesting. Lots of melee DPS, you get a great pet, and you get support for the whole, your whole character there. So again, this is a lot of fun. Something I'll be coming back to and talking about is this, and we're going to get a lot more information as the game progresses, as things go on. Let me see what else. EverQuest Legends on EQ Progression. EQ Progression is one of my favorite websites. I use it a lot for like classic raid strategies. They have all the information about different keys you need for classic because they have advertisements. They have different keys that you might want for classic. Trying to think, like raid strategies. There's not very many raid strategies in classic. It's pretty simple. Let's see, raising NPCs. It talks about Finny. It talks about Nagafen. Everything in Plane of Fear. Master Yale. I don't think it talks about Plane of Sky, does it? Plane of Hate? No, it doesn't talk about Plane of Sky, which is pretty interesting. But definitely a place I'm going to be checking out. I haven't even looked to see like what they actually have, to see like different AAs that are available. So I'm going to go look at Paladin real quick, just check it out. Here's everything for Paladin, which is a lot. The ones I'm going to want the most is like Slay Undead, and so it talks about 2.25% chance to deal 445 damage to undead or vampire targets. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to really want to have that. Active Valor. No, that's not the one. Where's the one that I liked a lot? That like gives you heals per proc. Is that not in the game? Yeah, it might not be in the game yet. That's gonna be kind of sad. Let me look again. No, it's not there. Bummer. So that one is, I think, boy, I use it on Ascendant EQ, and it's really nice, but it's not in this one. But Slay Undead's there. It's gonna be really good. Let's take a step back and look like Warrior. And let's see what's given to Warrior down here. We got Area Taunt, Heroic Leap, and Warcry. Nothing great. Really kind of just mid stuff. We'll find out more tomorrow when I launch. But this is kind of an idea of what to expect. Let's see. There's a couple other little systems here. Talks about multi-class gameplay. But something really cool is being able to level up items. And so items can be leveled up by getting motes. And I believe you get motes like as you are EXPing, you get these. I don't know if they're loots or just kind of come in your cursor or like how you obtain them, but you get them through playing and actually can use those on items and upgrade the items. You can also use it on spells, which I don't know everything about yet, but let's take a look at Paladin. And like here's the invocation. So heals person with lowest hit point in the group, so the mana cost of the spell. Nice. So it actually targets the person with lowest hit points. That's really cool. Increases casting speed, but increases global cooldown, a resource cost. All right, makes it like instant cast or very quick cast. That is good. Increases resist check on spells to -100. You also get a 15% more mana, but uses some endurance. Okay, so it really helps to get through spells being resisted. But yeah, here's all the spells. Now, Flash of Light actually got changed, so it no longer runs away if it's not aggroed to you. It's gonna like try to attack the closest person at any time. So that's really great. Instrument of Knife. That's a really nice one to have at level 15. It's going to be a proc to undead, so we're going to have that, and we're going to have Slay Undead. So the two of those together is going to be really amazing. Let's see what else. Anything crazy I'm looking at? It looks really different. Wrath. Cool. That's not too bad. Level 34, 176 damage. Okay. Divine Purpose. Hit point to mana conversion. I don't. That's like a lich kind of spell. Not something I think I'm going to want. We do get a stun. Let's see. What level did we get stuns? Oh, level 7. We get a stun right early on level 7. So that's really cool. Level 1, we get minor healing. Yeah, really nice to get those at such a low level. And let's look up at the higher level stuff. Flame of Light. Not that great. We get a res, we get pacify, which is cool. We get Brels. Wow, we get that at level 49. That doesn't usually come in classic. So group hit point buff. Divine Aura for rampage targets. So that's what I'll be doing. Very good. So, nice to see this little heal over time. Self-haste buff, LRMR. That's really nice to see. To be able to attack a lot faster. And lots of stuns. So that's cool. Hang on, let's take that out of here. Lots of good stuns. Working up to level 55. So very, very cool. Let's go ahead and look at, instead of paladins, do we have shaman? We do. So we're going to look at shaman a little bit. Heals person with low hit points. So it's kind of the same one. This divine, everything looks about the same. Now I heard that Panther is in the game. So Spirit of the Panther, Puma. So that's going to be infuse the target with the Spirit of the Puma, allowing them to make a savage attack for extra damage. So very awesome to have it a DD proc. I'll be able to pass that out to everybody. We got a disease dot doing 144 damage, 150 damage a tick for 6 seconds. So pretty decent damage there. And Venom Bolt. Wow. 344 to 351 damage every 6 seconds. So that's going to be cool. Looks like resist buffs, debuffs, and everything like that. This Crag's Salve, 688. It's pretty good. But let me look at my slow. Like, where is my slows? I don't see them. Am I just like, looks like Torgor's Insects slows them down for 3.5 minutes. That's at level 38. Do we have something else? That looks like it's the only one at level 50. Okay, well, that's what it is. At level 38, you get Torgor's Insects. I mean, we get it pretty early. Do we have another one before then? Or is that the first? Yeah, we get Tagger's Insects at level 27, which is good. That's level 13. We get Walking Sleep, another good one. So pretty low level. We can start slowing and getting aggro. Oh, Drowsy at level 5. Yeah, we're set. And then finally, let's try to look at Bard. Cool. All of we don't want Clinique or Claudel or whatever it is. Let's take a look at these. Wow, we get lots of different spells. Overhaste for a group. Excellent. This increases cumulative most other effects that increase attack speed, so wonderful. Versus a victory, increasing attack rate, strength, and agility. Shield of Songs, really great. Protects your group and absorbs damage. Let's see, PB AoE slow and damage. Wonderful for like AoE aggro to get everything on me, which is what I want, being the tank. Self haste, which I probably don't need because I'll have the Valor Mar. I think that's going to be fine. So we got a magic resist. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing this trio of Bard, Paladin, and Shaman. So how it works is your first class has to be something that your race could be. So I'm playing as Halfling, and I'm hoping. Let's see if I can find out. I'm hoping that paladins can actually be halflings, or halflings could be paladins. Sorry, because they can't be that in like standard classic, but in live and like I think much later on, I think it's like what is it? The serpent spine, and everything. Then that's when that kind of opens up. Well, all right. How long have I been going here? Been going for about 20, 15 minutes or so. That's kind of what I wanted to do. Just want a really short video, just kind of giving my general impression about it, kind of getting it out there. So this video hits before tomorrow, because I'm going to play tomorrow and probably upload it the following day, not the same day. There's going to be a lot of people uploading and doing those things. So if you are interested in watching me play, information how to find me was above me. Let's put it up there. I got to put it to the top here. Let's see. There it is. Twitch.tv, Dr. Yarnax. You can find me on YouTube, which you've done. Go ahead and leave a comment telling me like what's your favorite zone or something like that, somewhere I can go. This is only in beta, so I'm going to be pretty open to different leveling paths and trying out different things. The actual game, I think, get released sometime like late July, so we get about 2 or 3 weeks playing the game and testing it out. So you're going to see that if you see me on Twitch, and you'll watch the videos on YouTube maybe. But if not, just stick around and drop subscribe. That way you can actually see. Like I said, I'll do that paladin, bard, and shaman build. But then I'll try other ones as well. I'll try just like I'm curious to see. Hang on, let me see. Like all pet classes. What's that going to be? Like I think magician would be the strongest, and then like necromancer. Where are they? And then beast lord. Oh, it says playable and challenging. Jeez. So yeah, it was number 1 out of 560 on the hero's journey. I think mostly because of how the hero's journey worked out. But I don't think because you can only have one pet here, and I just don't think that's going to work very well for this. So having something like cleric or something might be better. Monk it's gonna tell you like monk for everything, and shaman it's gonna basically tell you no matter what you pick, let's just test it out. Like no matter what you pick, it's gonna tell you, hey, pick your next one for monk. And I just lied about that because wizard didn't say that. But it's gonna have some variation of shaman and monk. Yeah, there's like a shaman. On Hero's Journey, I had a really nice combo of where was it? Ranger. Where's Ranger? Ranger and then Rogue and Wizard, I think it was. But here's like D. It just doesn't work out the same way that those other games. Well, the Hero's Journey worked out. So definitely gonna try it out. Hopefully, you'll be able to check out the video. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope to see you next time. Later.